Planners are often in the forefront of new developments within communities. They play a role in the process of what is approved to be built and what needs to be revised in order to be approved. Planners are supposed to represent the public interest and act accordingly to that. According to Grant, public interest is seen as a process of mutual learning where the process is just as important as the outcomes. Planners have to inform, illustrate, and listen. By doing so, they are able to practice planning for the public interest. Various projects require planners to work with different developers and companies, and they often have different agendas. New developments sometimes do not coincide with what the community needs, and I feel like this is one of the biggest dilemmas the planners will face. Do I shut down a development that can potentially hurt the community, or do I keep the developers happy and move forward with it? Planners are supposed to partner with communities and help them become prosperous, and sometimes these new developments can displace and disadvantage the residents. The issue of planners not being transparent and only focus on the outcomes is a severe ethical dilemma. Planners in an agency are hired to work on establishing a new shopping corridor for the community. The main focus is to revitalize an area that has been declining over the years. The plan is to bring chain restaurants, new luxury apartments, and office spaces to bring jobs to the area. New chain restaurants will certainly bring profit to the area, but with the new luxury apartment, the taxes and housing values will increase. The office spaces will attract developers, and the entire area will increase in value. The neighboring houses then see a surge in their taxes and rents, and eventually the people will not be able to afford it. The new corridor plan will increase the value of the entire community, and it will bring in future investment. As a planner, you have done your job to revitalize the area and establish a corridor that will become successful. Ethically, you want to revitalize the area while trying to not displace people. You want to make a better community for the people already living there. You suggest including affordable housing and space for local businesses to be able to enter the new corridor. You speak to your team and demonstrate that these alternatives can help do the same job while not displacing others. By allowing local businesses, the local economy will benefit greatly from it. Affordable housing will be used to help keep rent and taxes low. The only con is that the revenue generated won't be as high as it would from major retail stores. We have to include the needs of the community in the planning process, and we have to try to balance that with the needs of the developers or the city. According to the Karki reading, there are several judgments that planners can take when faced with unethical political pressure. They can either voice their solutions or exit. Planners can voice their opinion while trying to educate others or resist. If the team is close minded and there are no other viable solutions, the only option would be to exit. There are several exit strategies, such as deny, exit, and expose. Once I have been exposed to the dilemma of whether I am truly planning for the community or not, I would choose to implement one of these judgments, and I hope that I can practice the voicing one. Possible constraints for voicing would be the team still not convinced with the alternatives and they do not wish to go along with them. If this is the case, then I would try to resist and strengthen my argument with facts and case studies. I would prove why affordable housing is better in the long run for communities, and I would prove that small businesses are necessary for the local economy and how they'll keep it thriving for the years to come. When maneuvering around this dilemma, I would consider the strengths of the community and highlight them. I would show the team that displacing people should be the last possible choice. We as planners have a duty to our community to help them grow and not drive them out. I will let the team voice their opinion and concerns and try to compromise with them. I will make sure that there is no shadow planning process that has already decided the fate of the community. We cannot let big industries undermine the formal process, and we as planners should not adhere to only their needs. Transparency is key. That's how I plan to address this ethical dilemma and any other ethical dilemmas that arise from it. Being a planner is to represent and embody what the needs of the communities you represent are. If we partake in unethical practices, then we are going against what planners are supposed to represent. Planners historically have had this bad connotation about displacing and segregating communities. It is time we take back the connotation and restructure it to a positive reputation where we help make the world a better place.